hear me? Alright. Focus on the relationship, not the money. Everything starts from how you show up. I want to tell you that your personal life is a business. Set the bar high for yourself, but allow the room for others that you can tolerate them. If you want a stronger network, stop asking for favors. See, 80% of jobs right now are based on referrals. If they don't know you don't know what you can do, nobody will refer you. Do the work that your colleagues or your friends think is beneath them. You don't need a title to create value. My brother used to say something. He keeps saying that you don't need to have the biggest platform for you to say yourself. One day, I was buying fried rice at one joint in my school area. Then a lady tapped me behind saying that, "Hello sir, I like your shirt, but I can do something much better." That instant, I thought to myself, why would she be so confident enough for her to communicate what she's doing with me, because she doesn't know me from anywhere? All I want you to understand and know is that you don't have to be given the biggest platform to sell yourself. You don't have to have the biggest stage or to have the biggest budget for you to start promoting your skills or your services or your business. Wherever you find yourself, either church, community, in your school, in your area, make sure people know and understand what you can offer them. And that's how you can promote yourself. So don't ever let a minute or a day go by without poaching or selling whatever you can do. You can be sleeping on your passion. I had a friend back in school when we were in primary. When we were growing up, we had these toys we play with. We had this car battery. We have lights, and we connect them together. Then we try to make some innovative, basic electrical circuit. We took it as a joke. But later in life, now he owns his own company, an electrical company. The truth is, the things that we might be hiding from, the basic skills, the little abilities that we have, the small things that we do that makes us exceptional are the things that we can build on. So you can have a basic skill of you may be talking too much. Why don't you go and take a course and sharpen it? You might have some basic skills that you might have with you that nobody else have. You can educate yourself to become better. And now he has his own company. That means that's the essence of educating himself on what he has. That's his natural talent. So I'm putting that to you to what? Nurture your skills, nurture your abilities, and that might be your breakthrough. Focus on the relationship, not the money. I was working with this lady. She was in the UK and I was right in Ghana. But there's one thing that I always focus on, how I make her feel when it comes to building a solid business relationship. So later, she told me that what she does during her leisure was to paint. So she painted me, actually. She took a picture from a DP and painted me and gave it to a friend who sent to me here in Ghana. Today, it's right on top of my bed. Just remind me that focus on the relationship, don't focus on the money. I think that was last week. She came back to me again saying that, "Richman, I want us to develop this platform. Can you do it for me?" And I'm right doing it for her. All I want you to understand is that you have to make sure that when you're building a relationship with people, when you're working for people, I know money is good, but you have to go the extra mile of giving them the value they deserve, making sure that you understand them as a person, not just the business. And when you're able to help a person, that's a way of you building your business as well. I believe in one client, multiple projects. So when I'm working with you, I want to make sure that after we are done working, there are other projects that we can work on. I had this friend, or I'm not saying a friend, he was actually my first client on LinkedIn. He gave me a job on websites, logo design and other things. But later in life, he called me back that, "Richmond, I want to take up this media project in Ghana. I'm not in Ghana, I'm in China, but I believe you can take it up for me." And lo and behold, I was right there. And he used me, trusted me, sent me money to buy gears, equipment, put together a team, and I did that for him. If you're working with people, your goal is that you give them the value, you give them something that they're willing to come for more for. Okay, so just make sure that the way you present your work, the way you execute it, the time you take to bring your work to life, all these things are part of it. Communicate with the person, let them feel the sense of working with you and doing so much with you. I know we all feel overwhelmed to quit our jobs sometime in the journey. Back in school, I was working a part-time job at the beach. I was around Labadi there. So I go there Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Sometimes I even have to leave church early It got to a point I wanted to quit. So I called my brother one Saturday evening. Bro, I want to stop the job. He was like, bro, you need all the experiences you can get. You don't have to quit that job. I was like, okay, sure. Then let me just hang on there because it was like a 3-month contract I had with the resort. But later in life, I realized that all those experiences were needed. I learned how to communicate, how to grow a brand, how to manage social media pages, how to create content, how to use the camera. I learned all this through that 3-month period. If I didn't take that step, what would I have learned in that period of time? I want to allow you to give yourself to learning. I know sometimes the job might be difficult, but hang in there and learn what you can. One problem you might have is thinking you are not good enough. I'm the kind of person that I work with different kind of people and I've executed different kind of jobs. And I used to give my job to people to execute for me because I used to be a middleman when it comes to websites, when it comes to softwares, when it comes to applications. I give it to someone else, graphic design. So one time I gave a job to a friend to execute for me for a client. The client over and over again said she didn't like the work. So those times I was using Samsung J5 and I picked my phone with a logo app on my phone, tried to put something together. When I did, I sent to her. I gave her 2 samples to look through. She said, I like the 2, but I have to pick one. Then she picked one and she said, Richmond, I like the work. It's an excellent work. And I started to think of myself, is it that I didn't believe myself enough to execute the job, or I believe that my friend was too good to execute the job than I am? Later I realized that sometimes we overthink how we can execute our work. If you're able to take time to understand our abilities and give it a try, we might be earning something out of it. And the other day I realized that sometimes we just belittle our abilities and belittle ourselves. So put yourself out there, go all in. I don't know who appreciates your efforts, so don't hold back.